Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
Hey officers, how you doing? Just wondering, is there going to be any social distancing tickets handed out tonight with all these people congregating here? Look, there's no mass, everyone's getting together, it's like it's normal days.
Once in a lifetime opportunity for Italy. Ole, 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 ole. This is life. I'm not trying to be stuck in my basement forever. That.
Premier Ford, Mayor Tory, they want everybody to go home and socially distance. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? I think you, Mayor John Tory and Doug Ford, because no one's going to listen to you.
To hell with all that social distancing, to hell with all the masking, to hell with all the bullshit. The gig is up. We got to take our freedom back.
Wow, and Doug Ford even wants you just to stay in your basement and bake a cherry cheesecake.
I'm sucking into it. I don't think that.
You conservative bull.
I think we should be celebrating.
Lockdowns work, and that's why we have this freedom right now.
Oh, okay, well, why aren't you socially distancing and wearing your face diaper?
I'm double vax, and that's what freedom gets you.
Oh, okay then. So you support the vaccine passport, I assume?
Absolutely, I do.
Like, no one wants to be stuck in their basement forever. Let's f***ing go. Lift the f***ing restrictions. Let's go.
David Menzies here in Toronto for Rebel News. Well, let me tell you folks, it is a huge celebration here in Little Italy. The Azzurri have won the Euro Cup. The cup is going back to Rome, and people in the Little Italy district of Toronto, well, you know what? They are partying like it's 1999, or for that matter, 2019, you know, when we could congregate, when we could gather in crowds, when we didn't have to wear face diapers. And wasn't that something from Wembley Stadium, where you saw the stadium jam-packed with fans without wearing their masks? Incredible. Hey guys, how you doing?
Italia! 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 Doug Ford's a fraud!
You know, sir, Doug Ford and Mayor Tory, they don't want you to be congregating here today. What do you think about that?
Doug Tory and Trudeau! The rest of the
Premier Ford wants you to go back to your basement and bake a cherry cheesecake.
I'm gonna tell Premier Ford, you!
Mayor Tory and Doug Ford, they want all you people to go home and socially distance and wear a face diaper.
This has been going on for a long time now. It's about people to celebrate, get out, and live life again. It's been enough. People need to live their life. Let's go!
Toronto,
Isn't it amazing? It's like 2 years ago, but Doug Ford and Mayor Tory, they want you to go home and socially distance.
No!
They want you to wear a mask, ma'am.
No!
They want you to socially distance even in your own home.
Not happening.
John Tory went here without wearing a mask.
This is the Toronto that I love and miss. This is it right here.
But Doug Ford wants you to go to your basement and bake a cherry cheesecake.
Not happening. I'm living life. This is my life, and I'm going to live it my way.
How do you say a bunch of yahoos in Italian?
Bunch of shimyaun. I'll say embarrassed. I think we've been social distancing enough, and I think we should be celebrating Italy winning.
Wow, and Doug Ford even wants you just to stay in your basement and bake a cherry cheesecake.
I'm sucking into it. I don't think that.
You conservative bull.
I think we should be celebrating.
Lockdowns work, and that's why we have this freedom right now.
Oh, okay, well, why aren't you socially distancing and wearing your face diaper?
I'm double vax, and that's what freedom gets you.
Oh, okay then. So you support the vaccine passport, I assume?
Absolutely, I do. Absolutely.
Do we know how many people are double vax here, sir?
That's their business, not mine, but I'm double vax, and I got the mask just in case.
Oh, just in case of what?
You guys are right. I want to live my life, but also, y'all discount science. Science is important. Science is relevant. Okay?
Well, we're an equal opportunity interviewer, folks. We don't care if they love us or hate us as long as they have something entertaining to say on camera. They want everybody to go home and socially distance.
Not happening tonight.
They want you to wear a mask.
Yeah, not happening tonight.
Doug Ford wants you to stay in your basement and bake a cherry cheesecake.
We're outside right now.
You know,
we'll have the cheesecake later.
I know what you're getting at.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, wasn't it amazing watching that game? Wembley was packed. virtually nobody was wearing masks. It was like a different world.
No, that's just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting the clue.
How you doing, sir? Well, are you an Italian fan, sir?
I'm a fucking human fan. I'm a fan of freedom. I'm a fan of life. I'm a fan of liberty. You know how it goes.
Well, you know, sir, isn't this a joyous occasion? And yet, Premier Ford, Mayor Tory, they want everybody to go home and socially distance and put a mask on. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? I think that Doug Ford, or Doug Fraud, I should say, and Justin Castro, because we all know his daddy is Mr. Castro himself. But
Allegedly.
allegedly. I don't give a about no allegedly. I tell you straight. Justin Castro, we know your daddy is, the dictator of Cuba. Don't try and hide it. We know. But anyways, to hell with all that social distancing. To hell with all the masking. To hell with all the bullshit. The gig is up. We got to take our freedom back.
I think that this is just going to be bad. I think they shouldn't say that. People need to live. You can die of COVID, you can die of depression and confinement as well. So people need to celebrate.
You know, I think you're right. I think the cure has been worse than the curse. All these businesses going under, people suffering depression. What about you, ma'am? Doug Ford wants you to go in your basement and bake a cherry cheesecake.
No, we've been trying so hard to social distance for a year and a half. We need to celebrate. Like, we need this. Absolutely. Toronto needs to be happy. We need to have fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm from Italy. Like, I arrived here like 4 weeks ago. I did my quarantining. I'm clean. I'm fine. Now it's time to celebrate and be happy.
Did you have to stay in one of those horrible quarantine hotels, sir?
3 nights, yes.
Would you like to thank Justin Trudeau on camera for
Yes,
that?
he's incompetent. I want to say he's an incompetent leader. He's incompetent.
Well, I'm glad you're out of that rat trap, sir. The hotel, I mean, Thank you very much. Hey, officers, how you doing? Just wondering, is there going to be any social distancing tickets handed out tonight with all these people congregating here? No, how about yourself, sir? Nope. Can't. Nope. Walking away. Officer, can you tell me if there's a different standard for anti-lockdown protesters and Italian fans? Cat got his tongue. Yes. Premier Ford and Mayor Tory wants everybody to go home and socially distance and put a mask on. What do you think about that?
I say that. That's what I say. And this is not water, by the way.
What about you, ma'am? Premier Ford wants you to go in your basement and bake a cherry cheesecake.
I think your body, your choice, and people choose to be here, so they should be here.
Yeah, isn't it great? It feels like 2019, right?
Yeah, it does. Love it. Yeah, I love the energy here. Can I get a picture with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Wait, babe, take it. Oh, right.
Why is there so much freedom in other jurisdictions, and yet these wonderful restaurants, they couldn't even have people sit inside to watch the game today?
It's all about leadership, and Trudeau has none of it. So
Yeah.
he really admires communist China. So that says everything I think that you need to say about it.
The level of admiration I actually have for China.
He actually said that quote 6 years ago.
I'm very up to date with politics. I love Rob Ford, by the way. Can I say that on camera?
You can, but I don't think Doug Ford is the same as Rob Ford.
No, he's not. I was happy when he got elected, but like he showed his true colors when the pandemic started, and I think it's all top down. I can't say he makes all the rules and things, but
isn't that the problem?
He's not, clawing back at the rules, right?
But sir, I agree with you. I think unelected, non-accountable public health bureaucrats are making the rules, and Doug Ford is being led around by the nose. As a leader, shouldn't the buck stop on his desk?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That whole ploy with
At the wind, tell me how good it feels.
See, we got a few fans that's ready to go here.
They want you all to go home right now and socially distance. What do you think about that?
You know what I gotta say to that? Forget about it. Forget about it, Ford. Forget about it, Tory.
I thought you were going to use another F word there.
No.
Alone. We have nothing to be afraid of. Life is back to normal. Grow up, get your head straight, and enjoy life. Because we have nothing to be afraid of.
Well said, sir. Premier Ford, Mayor Tory, they want everybody to go home and socially distance. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that? I think you, Mayor John Tory and Doug Ford, because no one's going to listen to you. I mean, like...
It's time to have fun, right?
I think they're going to say this is a super spreader event, and then they're going to lock us down in the fall. But we're going to enjoy it while we can, right?
I wouldn't dispute that, but what do you think about that, ma'am? What about Premier Ford telling you to go home right now and bake a cherry cheesecake?
Yeah, well, he has a home that he can bake a cherry cheesecake in, and I don't, so...
Very negative feelings about Mayor Tory and Premier Ford. I also have negative feelings about Prime Minister Justin Trudeau because he's absolutely awful. He's a criminal and just the true personification of a scumbag.
They're probably all England fans.
Probably.
What about yourself, sir? What do you think about the Premier telling you to go home and bake a cherry cheesecake in the basement?
I don't agree with that. You know, I'm a big believer in the freedom of choice, doing whatever you want to do, as long as you're not hurting other people. Hey, you got to do whatever you want. You live in the freest country in the world, and enjoy the freedoms that you have.
Well, as the sun begins to set, the party is just getting bigger and bigger. It's going to go all night, folks. And you know what I love about this? It's this sense of normalcy, the idea of people getting together within 2 meters, the idea of people not wearing a face diaper. I don't care if you're an Italy or England fan. I don't care if you're a soccer fan. This is such a fantastic evening tonight. It's all about a return to the way things were. Like I said, it's normal. I just wish 2 abnormal politicians who are allegedly conservative, Doug Ford and John Tory, I wish they would get the memo and make decisions to allow this to really be the new normal instead of acquiescing to the demands of unelectable and unaccountable public health bureaucrats. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, you know Rebel News, we haven't cut back our reporting like the mainstream media. We are getting out into the field more so every day, every week, every month, but we need your help. If you can, please go to rebelfieldreports.com. Make a donation so that we can continue to bring you the other side of the story.